jest Wunderson Himsen?
Wagony, świetnica, recepcja. W czym mogę pomóc?
Proszę bardzo.
Wcześniej pracowałam również na recepcji w innej firmie na strefie ekonomicznej w Wałbrzychu.
My name is Alfredo Gavito. I am the Chief of Infrastructure and Telecommunications in Greenbrier.
My name is Tom Olson. I'm the Magnaflock QT operator.
I'm Becky Farmer. I work in our fleet operations group.
Nazywam się Maciej Wójta, jestem kierownikiem Wydziału Produkcji Części.
Bueno, mi nombre es Antonio Álvarez Ortega. Mi puesto es ser soldador. Vivo aquí en Ciudad Sagún. Trabajo para el grupo Greenbrier.
Years ago, I started out helping get the shop off the ground. When I came here, there was nothing. Because all we had was a book put out by the AR that said, this is what we want to see you do.
So when I first applied for the job at Greenbrier, the offices were one of the big old Victorian houses up in Oregon City, up on the bluff. Bill Furman was in the living room. I shared the dining room with my boss.
When the company bought the new Tlaxcala plant, it had been closed for 19 years. We had absolutely no way to access even their email or make even a phone call. So we had to start from scratch.
Znam historię naszej firmy i produkowanych w niej wagonów od mojego dziadka, który przed laty był tutaj mistrzem na Wydziale Produkcji Cystern. Natomiast mój tato, który również tutaj pracował, był instruktorem spawaczy.
Me llamo Juan Manuel Navarro Vázquez y soy supervisor de producción. Cuando inicié mi etapa laboral como cualquier otra persona a los 18 años que uno empieza a trabajar, yo llegué a una empresa productora de carros, de ferrocarril. Entonces, prácticamente toda mi vida laboral, yo tengo 16 años haciendo esto, 16 años haciendo carros.
My name is Brad Thomas. I am a senior design engineer specifically for our tank car line at GIMSA. I've been here long enough that I've really seen Greenbrier and Gunderson increase in the workforce and welding technology and capability and grow from almost nothing to what it is today.
Bardzo lubię tę pracę, ponieważ lubię kontakt z ludźmi, a ta praca zapewnia mi go praktycznie w każdym dniu. Mój dzień opiera się przede wszystkim na witaniu gości i jestem pierwszym kontaktem z ludźmi przychodzącymi do naszej firmy.
My name is Christina and I am at HR department. I see all the personal services for the employees. I always wanted to help people. So being at HR, I can feel that professional side and combine it with my emotional part.
My favorite part of my job, hands down, is the design work. Create something from the ground up that's never been created, fine-tuning it, putting it onto paper, drafting it up, and seeing it being burnt out on the plasma table.
Mag particle inspection is where we magnetize the axle. We apply to that a fluorescent-coated iron oxide particle that will detect any cracks in the surface of the axle. That axle failure out there could be catastrophic. You have to maintain the integrity.
My name's Ben Test. I'm a Director of Equipment Accounting. We manage rail cars, leases, service agreements for Greenbrier. One of the things I love about the job is that every day kind of presents a challenge. We manage a lot of cars, so Greenbrier's fleet is right around 12,000 rail cars, but in addition to that, we manage services for another about 200,000 rail cars.
We handle cars coming back from lease, going on to lease, being sold, being purchased. So pretty much if a car needs to go somewhere for any reason, the fleet operations group takes care of that.
So when you get to where you're on a roadblock and maybe you've got a customer issue that you need to work through, we all pitch in and we do that detective work to track down the data that's required. There's just a lot to learn. I mean, 15 years and I still feel like I learn something every week.
I think that what gives you the most satisfaction is when you see something come alive. It doesn't matter if it's a small office that you're setting up or a big plant. When you finally see it working, it's a pretty big satisfaction.
Lo que más me gusta es, en sí, pues es la convivencia con todos los compañeros. Siempre me he enfocado a ellos en cuestión de seguridad, calidad y producción, y ese grupo que yo manejo trato de educarlo laboralmente.
I started with very little corporate experience, so it was actually a pretty big change for me to come to a bigger corporate environment, and the company has been very good about giving me opportunity to move up the ranks to where I am today as a director.
Yo duré 10 años siendo lo mismo, entonces llegas a un grado en que ni subes ni bajas. Entonces entró el interés de cuando Gunderson abrió sus puertas y yo dije, va a iniciar con un proceso nuevo y va a necesitar gente. Entonces mi interés fue ese, ¿verdad? De que yo vengo aquí y dije, a lo mejor va a haber una oportunidad que no hubo en otra parte, ¿verdad? Para mí.
Gunderson GIMSA, it's a company that gives you the opportunity, to grow up. And you have the profile, and you have the skills, and you have all the things that is needed. You can do forward and get it.
My name is Salvador de la Torre. I am production manager of Line 6 Multimax project for Greenbrier, México. Uno de mis principales objetivos es trabajar en la cultura de la gente, cambiarles su manera de pensar, haciendo que se cuiden más, haciéndolos más proactivos, más comprometidos en su trabajo. Es un compromiso de todos y lo estamos transmitiendo a nuestra gente.
I believe in this company. You can see how our vision and mission and our core values are true.
When I came to work here, I saw this as being a real opportunity for a lifetime position. It's a very big responsibility, let me tell you, and I feel good that I do the job correctly, and I'm allowed to take the time I need to do that job correctly. I see Greenbrier as a company that's here to stay.